Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks, and somebody sent me this really pixelized distressed line, and they want to use a distressed line and for the internet or for the to mark underneath something and put some text on it. I'm not really an expert on this, but you could take a rectangle much like this size, go to your roughing tool and change the shapes and kind of, go back and forth and just kind of flare over it. And I'm making them real minute little bitty rough, as you can see. And then you could, get them really rough. You can change the, with the roughing tool, you can change the frequency and the height and the pitch and the size. So let's make our thing a little bit bigger now and, somehow get some in the middle. I don't, like I said, I'm no expert in this. But then you can also, so we got, that looks like really too uniformed, and it is. So there's other ways to do it. So we're going to take the shape tool and maybe go through the middle and then have all of them just kind of bring them down a little bit. And then I'm going to take which is ironic, we just roughed it up. Now we're going to use a smoothing tool to smooth some of them out and just kind of quickly go, you got to make sure you're clicked on it. But you don't want you don't want things that look like zigzag pattern. And you could spend a lot of time doing this and, putting stuff in the middle. And then when you take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and take it away, it might or might not be distressed enough. So the other way to do it would be to go to the internet, and I just searched distressed clip art, and it came up with this piece of wood. I right-clicked, I copied the image, I went back to the Corel, I right-clicked, I imported the image, I pasted the image, and there's what I came up with. And then I just kind of looked at it. And when you do some of this, you want to make sure the clip art, or you select it before you crop it. But I just took an item that looked like it had some pretty good line, so it is selected. I'm going to grab the shape tool, and I'm just going to kind of grab that right there and crop it. Now I'm going to trace it, and I'm going to go to outline trace clip art, and I'm going to bump up the detail all the way because I want all the detail. And there you have kind of a distressed line. Turn this thing around flat, make it 90 degrees. And and what's so good about it now, this is a vector, but see all the different colors? We can make them all black by just selecting them and hitting your black marker. Some of them might be too big, but then we could still, if you're not happy with that, and like I said at the very start, I'm no expert, but you could transform it. Of course, everything's going to look symmetrical when you do that, so maybe turn it over, and then if you got pretty close and you go, we'll Control G, and then let's make that skinnier. So it's going to put all those lines together, and then you could still roughen it up. It's a vector graphic now. You could go and get your roughing tool and maybe even have it quite big, and maybe you can't use the roughing tool on this item. Because it's just, there's some things you just can't do. But then you could still take the shape tool. Pretty sure we're going to have to break it apart, go to group and ungroup. And then you could take your shape tool. Well, maybe then ungroup it. Select it all, group, and ungroup all. Then take your shape tool, and you see all these nodes, just start moving nodes around, to your liking. You know, if you don't have enough in one spot, hit the plus key in your keyboard. Probably have to do that with the pick tool. Get the pick tool. I'm having trouble changing tools today. Plus key on your keyboard. Put another one there. Plus key on your keyboard. Put one there. And then you go back to the shape tool and elongate one of them. And if you want, like an open area like this, if you want a lot of little specks or spots, let's take this one right here. I'm going to start moving it and hold down the shift, the space bar. And if I do it real quick and not knowing where I'm spacing it, it's kind of doing it randomly. Anyway, that's pretty much all I know how to make a distress line. I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.